Hi everyone, it is Madison again, back with another video version of our Adobe workshops. Today we are going to be doing the fashion design workshop. Unfortunately, this one had to be solely digital and virtual because of our snow day and scheduling issues, but it's probably for the best because this is a very intensive one as well. So let's just get into it. So for our fashion design workshop, it was combined with this season in fashion, where we discuss all of our favorite looks and trends on the runway and industry knowledge and things that are changing in the fashion world. And H&M, for me at least, I thought was a very interesting show considering it's H&M. They aren't typically doing things on the runway, and I really liked a lot of their geometric looks, like this one, and very bright spring colors, which is great. And what's better to do a make your own fashion design than something as simple but still very eye-catching as a nice geometric sweater. So this is what we are going to be recreating and inspired by today, is this look. So here we go. First off, I downloaded a mock-up. You guys know how I feel about my mock-ups. From Envato Elements. I've talked about this before. You can pay a monthly fee of about $20 and get unlimited mock-ups, fonts, anything your graphic design heart desires. So here's just a nice little sweater mock-up that I got and downloaded, and it looks like this. We're definitely going to be changing that blue, don't worry. But this one is great because it has a tag, and also these tags you can customize. So if you really want to go the full 9 yards, you can definitely do so. It's the same type of process, but for time's sake, we'll just be working on the design itself today. So unfortunately, with this type of mock-up and all the other ones that I could find, you couldn't do anything on the sleeves, just on the front of the sweater, unfortunately, so we won't be able to include all of these cool looking things on the sleeves, but I'm sure when you guys get better at mock-ups and things like that, you can figure out how to do it so it'll look kind of nice with the shadowing on the sleeves. But for today, we'll just do the cool little designs on the front. So I was thinking the most effective thing to do would be to whip this up in Illustrator first and then throw in the file into Photoshop. So when you open up Illustrator, I just made, I think it was like a 6x6 little square as our canvas. And the reason I wanted to do this in Illustrator is because Illustrator is solely vector images, I believe that's what they're called. And what a vector image is, this is going to be really embarrassing if I'm saying it wrong, but they are just like computer-made shapes. So it's everything that's doing an Illustrator, you're making it there. Like, you're not really including a photo like this in your Illustrator document. Like, this is what it's best is for creating things and not editing things that already exist, such as a photo. That's what you use Photoshop for. So today we are going to be doing it in Illustrator. All right, so I pulled the photo next to me so I could kind of pull the colors with the eyedropper tool. But we will be making all of this ourselves, so let's just zoom in a little bit. So let's make first this cool little rectangular looking thing. So go to, hold down the ellipse tool if it's on the ellipse tool, and make the rectangle. And I'll just make a simple one. And to change the color, just double click color picker, and fun tip, 0, 6 of them, is always going to be black, and 6 Fs are always going to be white. So let's kind of use this and tilt it here. All right, simple enough, right? But this shape is a little bit more complicated as it's not an actual rectangle. So in order to make custom shapes, there's a few ways you can do it, but the way that I found easiest was to use the pen tool here and to make your own anchor points. So I'll start here, kind of just recreate that, and make sure to have your guides on so it'll tell you when it's straight and when you intersect. Go right about there, there, and then connect it, and ta-da! You have your custom funky rectangle. So I'll kind of just maybe adjust the size a little bit. Put that right there. Maybe make everything a little smaller considering we don't have much space. Nice. All right, and there is your first little shape. It's a little bit different, but you know, you get the idea. Inspiration, not mocking. Okay, and then I think maybe I'll do a fun circle, but I'm feeling that color a lot more. So let's go back in, hold it down, the ellipse. Just make a nice little circle here, and a quick tip to get the eyedropper is to literally just hit I, and anywhere that you click, it'll change that image or that shape to that color. That was simple. And then with this one to go in, you're going to want to use the pen tool again to kind of, let's funk up this circle and make it not even and exact and pretty. So I think I'm going to add a few anchor points, and what that does is to make even more opportunities to like mess them up and kind of squiggle it up and make it a doodle. So this is one way to do it. The other is if you have a tablet is probably best, but people that don't and they're just using their computer trackpad, this is a nice simple way to do it. So I'm kind of just taking these anchor points and moving my mouse around whatever way I kind of please to sort of elongate certain curls and edges to make a more like blotchy kind of thing. So it actually turned out really nice. That's not my ideal tool to use when making shapes like this, but I really like this. So let's keep this little guy, but for learning purposes, I'll show you the other way that I prefer to do if you have a tablet, is that you use the paintbrush tool and you literally just paint on your custom-made shape. So I'll make the yellow one this way instead. So let's just kind of start right here, and I'm literally just going to make a nice little funky shape. And there you have it. It converts it into a path, so then you could actually go in and even perfect the points like that as well. But I'm going to keep it like that because I think it's cute. And let's make sure to switch these, so instead of on the outline, it's inside the shape. And then last but not least, use the eye to get the eyedropper, and we'll steal this nice yellow. Okay, cool. Maybe make that a little smaller. I do like the full shape. Right, and we'll put that guy kind of cut off over here. Okay, and then for learning purposes as well, I think I'm going to go ahead and save this and then play with all of the fun paint brushes and paint strokes that Photoshop has to show you guys even more kind of homemade design things that you can do. So I'm just going to go ahead and save this. Yeah, fashion design, save it to my desktop. Whatever you want to do, you don't have to save it anything specific since we're just going to pull it up in Photoshop. So let's go back to our mockup. And let's just ignore this since I had the PSB open. But so we go in and let's change the color of our lovely sweater first. And it was a very nice kind of off-white color. Maybe like around there. Yeah, that's pretty. Sure. Okay, and then for just a review as for mockups, it is a PSB that will take you to a different file itself when you double click this little icon, and then you can edit it there instead of directly on the thing and having to zoom in and doing it there. This makes it easier, and that way it'll convert all of the shading and things automatically whatever this is on. There's like shadowing to make it look more realistic. So in the PSB, let's just go in and drag our AI file. There we have it. And this isn't exactly the right shape. That was my bad, but we'll make it work. Okay. And then what I wanted to explore with you guys was brush strokes, which honestly, if you're using a trackpad, simple things like that, you can totally use it as well. So let's go in, and Photoshop has hundreds of really awesome brush strokes. These are so fun. I honestly get carried away with these sometimes. This is how I made all of the Insta Story templates for our Profashionals account, if you guys want to check it out. So let's maybe do this one so you can kind of play with the size and see, and it like, you'll see. It's great. So let's maybe like do an electric blue like they had. All right, yeah, decent enough size, and let's just see what it looks like. So one way you can do it is to just hold it down, and it'll make like a cute little thing there. I'm not really feeling that for this stroke, at least, so let's see how it looks when I strike it. Okay, not the most entertaining thing in the world, but you guys get the point. Let's find a prettier one. I do like this one a lot. The bigger you make it, it'll change. Yeah, that one's cooler for sure. So let's use this for the blue and kind of just do it right there. Maybe again. Nice. All right, and let's definitely go back into this one. I thought that was kind of cute to have a little bit accent ones. What color shall we do? Maybe that red they have. Ooh, let's do like a pinky red. Yeah, that's pretty. Ooh, but that is not big enough. Right, size. A little bigger. There we go. Okay. Maybe we can even like put it, let's put it on top and then like thicken it up there. Oops. Not sure if I'm a fan of it on top of the shape, actually. So let's just delete all of those. I don't know, guys. I don't know if I'm feeling... It might honestly be too much because this was on the sleeve. So I think maybe we'll do like a pretty off-white color. I think it's the color that's throwing me off. So let's go into our color. Maybe make a pretty... green? Yellow? I don't know. Sure. Make just like a nice... Yeah. Okay. Just one. Cool. Okay, so then I'll hit Command S for save. Oh. There we go. It works still. I don't know why it said that. That was weird. Just ignore that, guys. And then there we have it. Our custom sweater. So let's get rid of the hang tag so we can see it better. Kind of just gotta play. There we go. And then we don't want the pin either. But yeah, see, as you can see, it like faded it out to be more like sweaterified. And even right here, that color is in the embroidery of it. It's not the cutest thing in the world. Definitely not, because of, you know, how the mock-up works. The sweater itself didn't get the cutoff thing that I did in the original file. But yeah, that is how you can make your own cool custom sweater. And I'll just go in and explore you guys the cool tags that you can do to see. Yeah, you can just custom make your own little tag here as well, and you got yourself a totally professional looking mock-up of a design that could possibly come to life. And it was inspired by this lovely design by H&M that we saw this season in fashion. So there you have it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm so sorry about the scheduling conflict due to the snow day, but I hope that you guys found this helpful, and I am looking forward to all of the great things that we'll be doing with Adobe next semester. Feel free to email the Profashionals account if you guys have any questions regarding Adobe, and be sure to click the link below of this email to get your free trial of Creative Cloud so you can create your own designs. Thanks so much, guys.